Before a tornado relocated our home's roof into some nice trees, my family and I used to live a fairly decent way out into the country. We didn't really get a lot of visitors out at our house. Mostly when we did, they were lost and looking for directions. But one day, sometime during the Christmassy season, our mom was away running some kind of errand and we were expecting a few packages to be delivered to our house. So I'm in my room, probably reading, and I hear our front metal gate clanking open. And I think, oh, Mom's home. And so without looking out the window first, I open the front door and see that it is not my mom's van approaching, but a different vehicle entirely. It is at this point that I begin to break every cardinal rule of avoiding stranger danger, beginning with walking through the door, across the front porch, and right up to the stranger's car. Because for some reason, on this particular day, my usual crippling social anxiety and distrust of humankind in general were overcome by an eagerness for those long-awaited Christmas packages. And clearly, because this large bearded man was not my mother, he was here to deliver those packages. So I asked him, "Do you have packages for us?" Walking even closer to his car, and the trunk of it, I might add, because obviously that's where you keep packages. And children, but also packages. He asked me where my mother was, and I told him that she wasn't home. And it's at this point that it's starting to really sink in, all the way down to my extensor hallucis longus tendons in my toes, that this man is probably not a postman, and I am standing maybe 2 feet away from him, and my mom is not home. And now he knows that. I remember thinking to myself, dang it, I don't really want to be kidnapped today. And most of all, I really didn't want to be the easiest kidnapping victim ever. And then he hands me a business card and tells me he's interested in buying the land that my mom's family is selling. And I tell him I'll pass the message on, and I thank him, and he climbs back into his car and drives away, without me in his trunk. And so the real threat that was narrowly avoided on that day was not me getting kidnapped, but the innocent, packageless, real estate-wanting stranger getting mauled by our German Shepherd, who was being held back at the door by my sister, who was completely ready to let that dog go to save me from the real estate customer. This has been a video response to the phenomenal one-time storytelling series put together by Leslie Found Her Grail, and specifically to episode 7, A Story About a Close Call. So if you are not already subscribed to One Time and or Leslie, you should definitely do that, because it is a great concept with great execution, and Leslie is pretty great too. You know that you're still watching an Also Known as Awkward vlog though, because extensor hallucis longus tendons were mentioned, and pronounced, because I love you. I'm going to go and plan chess classes because I'm a responsible teacher and adult who has waited until the very last minute, and I will see you eventually. Bye! For goodness sakes, motorcyclist, you do not need to be revving your engine so much. You sound like a hippopotamus. It's not impressive. It's just rude. It's just rude. Is there a hippopotamus outside my window? One sec.